Welcome, guys. I am trying something completely new today. It's gonna be fun, right? I got a little setup. Oh, there we go. On my chest cam. And I'm gonna be able to turn you guys around here in a second. Tell you what we got going on, what we're doing, where we're at. We are at the East Fork, Little Miami. We're in East Fork State Park. And I figured I'd try this out. I got a little battery pack in my pocket, like a 8-hour battery pack. And instead of doing the normal GoPro thing, let's get the old phone. Instead of doing the normal GoPro thing, let's get the old phone out. I think I need to probably wipe the viewfinder off. A little greasy there. Finger smudges. Oh, that is much better. Let me get the backside there. Finger smudges. Oh, that is much better. Let me get the backside. All right. Much better, much better. All right, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna start off with a little bit of a topwater action, and then I'm gonna let you guys, once we catch a fish, I figure once we catch a fish, we'll change baits each time, and I'll let you guys go ahead and pick the lures we catch with each time. I'll show you some options. We'll tie on different stuff. So, can I see live chat? Oh, I'm running into spider webs. All right. Caleb, what's going on? All right, this will be fun. I'll show you, I'm gonna carry you guys this view, and then I'll put you on the chesty once I'll show you what I got. It's like this little phone holder. So I can either point it back at me or I can point it back at the river. Sly Fox, what's going on? And those comments disappear like immediately, so if I don't say what's up, I apologize. Just keep commenting. We got this big long hill to get down here. I'll show you guys. If you guys are familiar with the East Fork, Little Miami spillway, you'll probably know where I'm at. I am probably going to be targeting, this area is great for smallmouth. So what we'll probably run into most today will be either smallmouth and spotted bass. You'll see an occasional spotted bass or largemouth around here, but mostly smallies and spotties. Green sunfish and long-eared sunfish, rock bass. If I catch anything different than that, I'll be surprised. There are sauger and other different species in here, but if I catch something different than that, I'll be surprised. About to hit the water here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around for you guys. Let me get mounted up on my chest cam. Make sure I got a good angle. All right. Let's see. We may adjust this. I'm gonna tighten this down a little bit. Now, the water's looking great, guys. I went down here yesterday for like 5 minutes and caught like a 15-incher. It's the only fish I caught yesterday. I'll adjust this so you guys are pointed up just a little bit more. There we go. Much better. Okay, here's what we're starting off with, guys. I found this in my box and I was like, dude, I have not thrown a jitterbug around in so long. So I'm starting off with the jitterbug. This is such a fun old school lure. I think these were made in like the 60s, but they kind of came back into popularity, and I saw this in my box and I was like, man, I haven't thrown that in like 3 years. Let's give it a try. All right, guys, let's see if we get some first cast love. So the jitterbug's got a very like walk the dog back and forth action. And I apologize, I can't really watch the screen. So if you guys are commenting, I'll answer your questions. I'll come back to the chat here and see what you guys are typing. It's just the camera is pointed out of my field of view right now. If you guys have never seen what a jitterbug looks like on the water, whoa, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it got blown up on right as I was bringing that in. So it's got a very like wobbly, let's see if I can get him to strike again. It's like a very like wiggly wobbly back and forth action. Anyway, guys, stick around. You can leave the chat, come back in. I'm gonna be keeping this live stream on for a while. We're gonna do a really good long stretch of this river. So if you're not familiar with this area, this is the tailwaters of the East Fork, Little Miami. We're, I don't know, a couple thousand yards down right now from where the dam and spillway lets out. And they've been doing some kind of construction up on the spillway and like digging up stuff. And man, I can tell you what, it freaking stinks down here, like sulfur. Like really bad. I was at the lake the other day and it was almost unbearable. Ooh, blow up. Man. Really want to get like an early bite for you guys. They're smacking at it. They're popping at it. We got a riffle way out there. So I just want to kind of work that riffle out there. But it seems like most of my bites are coming in right here closer to the bank. Let's cast a little bit over to the left here. Kind of a perfect day to go fishing. Partly cloudy. I think we're maybe hovering just in the high to mid 70s. We'll try a few pockets here. What's up, CBG? This is a Shakespeare rod, just a cheapie. I am not an expensive gear guy. This is a Shakespeare excursion. It is like $19 at the Walmart. I've had this rod for probably about 3 years. It's good, lightweight, medium fast, two-piece rod, inexpensive, but solid durability. I haven't had any problems with like the eyes or the rod or any issues at all. All right, let's give this riffle one last cast and then we will move upstream a little bit. I'm not a real big fan. I'm realizing why I've left this jitterbug in the box. I'm not a super fan of its action. It's kind of janky, but it's fun. It's fun to look at. All right, we're gonna work the rest of this pool here and get out of the riffle. It does make some pretty good disturbance on the surface though. Just above. See, I'm hoping today is one of those days I don't get like 8,000 snags. Bore you guys with picking myself out of trees. And hopefully if it's a day of just smacking up some smallies all day long, trial and error. We'll see how this goes. This is my first time live streaming on the river, bringing you guys along on the fishing mission. All right, let's move it down. Moving downstream, down the riffle. My favorite bait caster combo? Listen, I am not a bait caster guy. And I'll tell you, here's why. Most of my creeks and streams are about this wide, 15, 20 feet. And so, one, I suck at bait casting. And two, I've become so accurate with my spin casting that I just, I don't know, never got into bait casting. And I know a lot of guys give me flack about that. Everybody else I know bait casts, not ever gotten into a bait caster. All right, we're gonna walk out into this riffle here. Actually, you see that little slow pocket right above that riffle? I'm gonna give that a cast first. See if something comes out of there. Water's moving a little fast, but I think there might be something in that pocket. Yeah, I think it's moving a little too fast. All right, we're gonna walk out here in the river, guys. Okay. You can see we got a nice, I love fishing these after riffle spots. Smallies love to stack up here. So we're gonna see. Like I said, I'm gonna give this topwater a good half hour, maybe 20 minutes. If we don't make anything work, then we will switch it up. Had a couple blow-ups in our first position. Little tiny blow-ups, nothing crazy. But I'm hoping we got a smallie just hiding in these rocks. So if you guys are asking about gear, this is the Shakespeare Excursion rod, and it's a PC Fun Flame reel. All right, thanks, Sly Fox. Thanks for joining in, bud. You know, I'm not totally loving this jitterbug. Not loving it. And I can tell you guys, it's probably why I left the jitterbug in my tackle box for so long. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a pause here on this bank? And sorry, this is a new chest mount. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Let me bust out the tackle box and see if we can put on something different. I'll let you guys have some options and you guys tell me what to tie on. All right, so Mr. Jitterbug's coming off. All right, guys. I think I want to throw either jerkbait. So I think this is the Fire Tiger CAST CRAY jerkbait. It's a suspending jerkbait. You can see it's probably about 4 inches. I'm digging that. Or should we go Whopper Plopper 75? Jerkbait or the Whopper Plopper 75? Throw some comments in there. Give you guys a couple minutes to think about that. These are our two. CAST CRAY. Suspending jerkbait. And I'll tell you our conditions. Water's looking pretty clear. Visibility is to the bottom. We're only going to deal with about 1 to 2 feet of depth here. So those are our conditions. Water temps in the mid-70s. Air temps about the same. I got 1 vote for Whopper Plopper. Give you guys 30 more seconds. Anyone watching? Tell me what you want me to throw. Whopper Plopper, jerkbait. Oh, we got 1 for each. All right, next comment. That's what we're tying on. We got one for the jerk, 1 for the Whopper Plopper. I see we got 3 people in here. Whoever else is watching, throw a comment in there. This is what caught our 15-incher yesterday. I haven't tied this on in maybe about a week. Jerkbait, all right, it's decided. We're going CAST CRAY jerkbait. Excellent choice. You can see I'm partial to CAST CRAY, right? CAST CRAY all day. All right, let's tie this bad boy on. Let's get rid of our old line here. Sorry if the connection's going in and out. I'm bending over and the phone is yelling at me to turn the camera back around. All right, let's get tied up and get in the water. Thanks for hopping in, everybody. If you are just joining in, we are just changing baits right now. I do not hunt, man. I have been dying for someone to take me hunting. I wouldn't fancy myself as like a tree stand guy. I don't know. It just doesn't seem as sporting. I want to spot and stalk. I want to hunt down like on foot, whatever I'm hunting. I could sit and stalk on like, or sit in a blind for like birds or something like that. But if we're like hunting anything else, man, I want to chase it down. That's just my opinion, though. All right, we are tied up with the jerkbait. Let's see if we can do some damage. We are on the East Fork, Little Miami right now. Straight to the point, what's going on? I know, man. I know hunting's a little bit expensive to get into, especially if you're doing bow stuff. I know a shotgun or rifle's not too much. Plus, there's the time it takes to get good at a freaking bow. So if I were to start, I'd probably go rifle or bird, you know, obviously shotgun for a bird or whatever. But all right, here we go. Back on the fishing mission. Or readjust our view here. All right, here we go. So we've got kind of a pool situation here. Look, you can see all the a beaver lives in this area. Just chewing up all these sticks. So this is a suspending jerkbait. And I tell you what, sometimes I don't fish this with the tap paws on the suspending because this area is so shallow. Sometimes I'll just run it in slow, like a normal slow retrieve. But we'll start off with some taps. See if we got any smallies we can aggravate with this thing. Tilt you guys up. Here we go. Uh-oh. First snag of the day. We're going in. There we go. Let's get in this riffle over here. Ooh, that was a rock. That was a rock. That fly tying kit getting here. What? What does that mean? Oh, when? Do you want one of those? You know my DM. Hit me up in the DMs, man. I'll send you one. I've sent a bunch out for like people that like won live contests and stuff like that. Hang on one second, guys. I gotta adjust this setup so you guys have a better view. All right. Snag. This place is really rocky. See if I can get this out without blowing up the spot. There we go. Dang, look how low that plane is. It's like right on top of us. All right, guys, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. The stretch we're in right now, maybe a little bit further down the stream, we are really skinny right now. So I'm gonna take off this jerkbait just for the moment. You know, I should have thought about that before I gave choices. Look down and see like where I'm at. For right now, I'm gonna tie on a topwater until we get into the deeper stuff, because right now we are in a bit of a shallow situation. So let's tie on something different here. I found this yesterday, like a little shad bait. I found this on the bank. I don't know what that is. Could go paddle tail. Tying a little paddle tail. I think the WP 75. Let's try that. Let's do some topwater before we get into the snaggy areas. Do you think a shoulder strap would be doo-doo? For like a camera? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. So traditionally what I use for filming my everyday videos, not the live, I don't go chest. I have a hat mount, which I don't have with me, but I traditionally use a hat mount because it helps me when I either bank and kayak, because that way with a chest mount, you got to turn your whole body left or right to like see what's going on in either direction. Whereas in a hat mount, all you got to do is look. So I found a nice comfortable fitted hat that feels good. It absorbs sweat, so it's not leaking all over my friggin' rig. And I have used that setup for the past 2 years, so I really like that. I've seen people do a shoulder strap for like hiking videos and hiking stuff. I have never considered doing that, only because I like to be able to like take it off real quick and then like talk to you guys. And chest mount doesn't allow you that, but hat mount does. And I think shoulder strap would kind of be in the same situation. All right, guys, we're tied back on. Sorry for you guys that voted on the jerkbait. We'll put that back on later. But right now we're in some skinny water, and that's a nice, $12 odd jerkbait, and I don't want to lose it in the rocks here. We will put that back on later. But right for now, we are going to, man, why is it when I decide to live stream, everyone and their dog has started texting me and messaging me. All right, this is the color Loon in the Whopper Plopper 75. I freaking, in the past 2 weeks, lost all 3 of my Whopper Plopper 60s in a tree. And so I'm sad about that, because those things are $10 a piece. And they are like my smallmouth candy for topwater. So I got the big boy tied on right now, bigger boy. I know they go to 110, 90, 110, 130. We're gonna cross this little riffle here. I know, man. You know I'm already re-upping on those Whopper Plopper 60s soon. Those things are mega clutch. All right. This area sometimes can produce a fish, but it's not the juiciest spot. Now we're coming up to some nice cover. So we got a nice bush, and then we got a mega tree right there. And this area typically holds a nice bass or two. I'm gonna try this little shrubby area first. See if we can get in behind there without getting snagged. Oh, that cast was money. There's a lot of logs and roots over here too before we get to that big tree. Just want to see if anybody's home here. Let's walk down a little closer. All right, let's see if we can get in way back in that pocket back there. Oh, how is there not a bass there already? Come on. All right. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying. Fisher's on braid. Cincy fish dudes, you got a nice bush. Thank you. All right. Let's see if anything's hugged up to this tree. Speaking of Cincy fish dudes, guys, we are going fishing with him tomorrow. Oh no. Oh no. Of all the things to throw to not get snagged, how am I going to get snagged on Topwater? Guys, we are not losing this, I can tell you that. Oh, and why has it got to be in the deepest spot on this friggin' stretch? Come out! Ah. All right, we got to unplug the battery. And we're going in. Not losing my fourth whopper plopper this week. All right, battery unplugged. Leave that here at the bank. Let's unstrap the backpack. Let's get this wire situated. And you guys are going for a deep wade with me. Let's go. Oh, I think it's better if I just take the camera off. All right, here we go. So here's where we're at on the East Fork, Little Miami. This is the perils of going live with you guys, is that you got to come with me when I get snagged up and undo my snags. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought it got really deep right here. Sorry for shaking the camera. I'm reeling my line in as we go. Oh, yep, there we go. There, it's getting deep. We're getting the boys wet. Now, what did we get ourselves into here? Oh, you know a bass was living right here. Oh, look at that. Shame on you, sir. On the one stupid twig that's on this log. Okay, there we go. Let's get back across here. All right, let's see. I can check the chat now. What's going on? I fished mine on braid. I had a smallie run me right under a slab of concrete, and the other side cut me off broke. Dude, that's the worst. Especially when you get on like those rock shelves and those rock ledges, and they try to hide under that rock shelf. It's the worst. And I woke up today with like the worst neck kink. So I was like, you know what? I gotta do a hike, get my muscles warmed up, get stretched out, get rid of this neck kink. Let's grab the fishing pole, hit the river. All right, back to the bank. Let's get you guys situated. Get the battery plugged back in. I got my, I'll show you guys. I got my battery. Even though my pockets are wet, I got it in one of those little phone holders so I can just stick it in my pocket here and not worry about the inside of the battery case getting wet. All right, let's grab our backpack, continue on. If we find a good spot we can post up, I want to attach you guys to a tree branch, and then I can not have to worry about keeping this chesty on. We're not to the juicy spot yet. The juicy spot is coming up a little later, and I think I'm gonna cruise to it. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time in this area because this area doesn't produce a lot of bites. It produces some. We're gonna take a few casts here at this rocky bank. So if you guys are just joining in, conditions. Water's pretty clear. Clarity is probably 2 feet at least. I mean, that's probably our maximum depth. We might hit a pocket or two that gets 2 to 4. But most of this creek area, we're not going to go over 2 feet. Water temps in the mid 70s, air temps in the mid 70s to low 80s. That's for all you non-Ohio people. If you're watching from outside of the Cincinnati area, that's where we're at. We're at the East Fork, Little Miami, just outside the tailwaters of the William H. Harsha Lake, known to our locals as East Fork Lake. We got a big old mega tree coming up here. You guys can see it right about there. I usually like to sneak up on it and give it a few casts. I've caught some good small jaws off of that thing. We're gonna walk out in the water now. So if you are watching, we tried with the Jitterbug right off the bat. Got a couple blow-ups, no takers. We tied on the jerkbait in a little bit too shallow of an area. CAST CRAY jerkbait, so we had to switch off of that. Now we are throwing the Whopper Plopper 75 in color Loon. We are in that late afternoon, getting into that evening bite. It's partly cloudy out here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hoping get a little activation, some small jaws. DJ, what's going on, man? Glad to have you in the live. Hey, that spot that I told you about, me and you are going to that, bud. That spot that I told you that's out near your side of town, we are absolutely going to that because that spot was it's freaking amazing, dude. I went 2 days back to back and both days lit them up. Both days lit them up. 15 fish each day. I caught my PB white bass, which I thought was a hybrid, but some people helped me identify it online. It was a white bass, and it weighed 1.96. And I didn't verify this, but someone told me the state record, Ohio state record for a white bass was 4 pounds. So apparently that 2-pounder I caught was a nice chunk. So I was actually more excited about that because I thought it was a hybrid striper, and I caught like a 3.5 pounder down in Florida. But man, I'd rather have that big old, add another PB to my list. Can't believe we haven't pulled a bass off of this freaking log. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised. We're casting about 30 yards out. Because we've got good visibility, I don't want to spook the fish. So we're fishing kind of a pooled up area right now. And after we get to this next bottleneck that's coming up, it's typically a really, really good spot for smallies. Let's see if we can get something to react over here. It's like a deep pool. Ooh, there's a blow up. First blow up on the whopper plopper. That was a good blow up too. See if we can get him to react again. Come on, give us a follow-up bite. Not gonna happen. Well, we're gonna move down. I'll talk to you guys a bit. So if you're joining up, we are, if you're just joining in the live, we are at the East Fork, Little Miami, just outside the tailwaters of East Fork Lake. And we are walking to our next spot. We've got tied on Topwater right now. We tried to jerkbait for a hot second. A little too shallow. I don't want to lose that bad boy. It's a CAST CRAY jerkbait. You know, CAST CRAY all day. He is the only jerkbait I've got in my box right now. So I'm going to lose him. We might tie him on here in a minute. But I am walking to the edge of this pool. I'll show you guys. Nice big pool here. But it's shallow. So when I get to shallow pools like that and they bottleneck, I like to fish just on the front side of the bottleneck. You can see the riffle there. Ends into another pool. And I'll fish just outside of that riffle. So that's where smallmouth like to ambush. So we're gonna work this area. Me and Paul often talked about this. Who else thinks that the whopper plopper is the ASMR of fishing? Just that sound, that little ploppity plop sound. It's probably the reason I can't put this thing away. It's got me hypnotized. I have a feeling something's under the shrub. Make a dangerous cast here. Ooh, blow up. Oh, there we go, guys. All right, our first fish looks like it's a rock bass because they give up almost instantly. That's a chunky rock bass, y'all. Get him off the hook. All right. Whoa. All right. Chunky rock bass, guys, on the whopper plopper. Well done. Heck yeah. All right, first fish on the board. Little rock bass. I figured they'd be possibly schooled up under this shrub. We'll cast back out there and see what else we got. I'm starting to hear topwater blowups as we kind of progress down this river. And as we get later in the night, all them bugs start hitting the water and these fish start going crazy. It might just be a topwater kind of night. If you guys are not subscribed and you're watching, I would appreciate it if you want to follow Creek Fishing Adventures. I wade and kayak. I probably wade 90% of the time and I kayak another 10% of the time. Although I'd like to increase that kayaking ratio since I got a new kayak, new setup, new kayak holder, everything for the vehicle. Get that set up more and give you guys some more kayaking adventures. But if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button if you love creek fishing, wading, smallmouth, Ohio adventures. I would appreciate that. I am also on Team CAST CRAY, one of the pro team members of Team CAST CRAY for their YouTube team. If you guys are interested in checking out any CAST CRAY products, go to castcrayoutdoors.com. I have a code. I get a little kickback on that. So if you are interested, I know a lot of you guys have already picked up some CAST CRAY stuff. Use MFM, as in Matt's Fishing Mission, MFM10. Save you some bones. All right, we're gonna move on down to the other edge of this little bottleneck. So you can see it gets real skinny down to like 2-3 inches right here. Real skinny through this riffle, and then it drops off into another deep pool. Man, you can see there's a little overhang like right here. I have caught so many 2-pound smallies off that corner. I don't know what it is about that magic spot. I'm hoping tonight's the night it produces again. That would be awesome. Let's see, guys. See if we can make it happen and not get snagged up in that shrub. Oh, I got the whopper plopper all fouled up. Got a hook fouled up. Give him a shake. All right, come on. Hit this grass line here. We are looking a little skinny right now. Water subsided just a bit. Subsided. Whoa! Good save. About to go into a tree. Had to put the handbrake on. All right, here we go. Come on, let's get a good cast here. Yeah, right back in that corner. Oh, and of course, a friggin' walnut falls off the tree because a squirrel's dancing up there. Blew up my spot. What a joik. Who knows? Maybe smallies like walnuts. I can already see the comments. Who's nuts? All right, well, the sun came out from behind the cloud and is straight getting it. That glare is deadly. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that in the distance, but there is some topwater action happening over on that grass. Oh, oh, there's something right there. Something right there. Come on. Dude, I'm sorry if you guys can't see, but I can barely see. Holy smokes, that sun is straight cooking. All right, let's get back in there by that grass. All right, we're gonna turn around away from the sun. See if that walnut that blew up my spot here, if there's any fish. Maybe they settled. All right, let's push up a little bit. I'm actually gonna hop up on the bank. Because I can see some topwater action happening this way. There's a big giant tree and you guys can see all that stuff coming here. I think I got a leaf. Yeah, a leaf. Anyway, we got a bunch of cover coming up. I might get out of the water so I don't spook anything. Well, as much as I can get out of the water. Looks like we got a part of a tree that fell down. Gonna have to get around it. You guys can see this big old tree sitting in the water though. Let's see if there's anything hanging out next to it. Sorry, I was making an adjustment to you guys' screen. Let's see, let's take the inside of that log. There's a big blue heron down a little bit further. All right, let's get under this tree here. Here we go. Look at all this juicy cover, guys. I'm hoping today there's a mega bass sitting on it. I got competition down here. There's a big old heron. Wants these fish as much as I do. Well, there he goes. Oh, Manny. Manny from the CAST CRAY crew just texted me and said he's watching my stuff live. What's going on, Manny? Thanks for joining in. Hopefully it'll be a good day. We're not quite to the juicy stuff yet. So if you guys have watched from the beginning, I'm sorry, the beginning of this area is the high pressured area, right? Because it takes a little bit to walk to the area where no one wants to walk to. So typically when I get into about midway of my journey, that's when the bite starts heating up. What's going on in the chat here? What's up, guys? If you're just joining in, we are on the East Fork, Little Miami. We are, I don't know, half a mile back from the spillway and the tailwaters. And we are hunting smallmouth right now with some topwater. It is, what, a couple hours from sunset? We're about an hour into our stream. We tried a little topwater, the jitterbug. I busted the jitterbug out. I haven't fished that thing in a minute. And I know why. It's because the action on it is real kind of janky. Doesn't swim very well. So we tried the jerkbait. The jerkbait was a little bit too deep diving for that shallow water we were in. So I figured let's go straight up topwater with the WP. Whopper Plopper size 75. This is the all black color in Loon, I believe. Now, after we get past this riffle is traditionally when I fish this spot, when I get past this riffle we're gonna walk past, that's when this section of river really starts to heat up, because that is the most unpressured section. Right across the street here, or right across the river, there's actually a street through those woods, and people pull off and fish this hole quite a bit. But after this area, unless you're wading through the river, which I don't see a lot of people doing, it becomes highly, highly unpressured. Figured I'd give this spot a couple casts. Nothing happening here. We are headed to the juice, guys, headed to the juice. Thanks for joining in. Switch you guys around. I appreciate you joining in. Figured I'd try something new. You know, you guys are always along with me on my hat mount for the GoPro ride, and I was like, you know what, let's strap on a battery pack. Let's get the phone out. Let's show you guys what it is live. You know, some days I'd catch 12 by now. We've caught one. We got one chunky rock bass so far. I got you guys strapped up on a chest mount with a little phone holder. We are cruising down here to the good stuff, to the juice. I'm not going to pitch this riffle because it is literally like 2 or 3 inches deep. There's just no pools in it either. So I'm going to try to hustle up, not bite the dust while I'm dodging these tree roots for you guys. Let's switch you around so you can see where I'm going. It's crazy. I was here with my buddy Drew and my nephew Evan a couple months ago, and there was a beaver family here, and the baby beaver was like, I don't know, he's like a foot, and he was so, you know how like baby fawn and deer are like kind of unafraid of everything. This baby beaver swam right up in between my feet and was just hanging out, like playing in the water, and dude, it was surreal. Anyway, okay, here we go, y'all. Back to it. So, skinny riffle, back to calm water. This, my friends, whoa, pressing buttons accidentally. This, my friends, is where I hope to start getting on some small jowls. Look, you can tell the beavers still live here. See what they do to these twigs? They like chew all the bark off of them. Look at them all. So there's a family of beaver around here somewhere. I mean, they're everywhere. They just chew these things off and they make little beaver dens. I need to make the call. I need to make the call. Here, Bessie boy. Here, Bessie boy. They're teasing me. I can hear the topwater. What's up, Mike? Thanks for joining. Fishing Angler, what's going on? Trying to get some of these small jaws to smack up this topwater. We're jumping in the water, guys. I think we're gonna cross here at the head of this riffle where it's shallow, because the left side of this river is the steeper rocky side. So I'm gonna stand on the right side and cast over to it. So from here on out, we actually get a rocky bank that's like 3 feet on our far side here, over here. So when I fish this spot, I usually like staying up on this right side. It's a little sandier on this right side, so fish don't hang out over on this side. So I like to walk this side. If you guys are targeting smallmouth, that's the thing to do. Target your rockier side. A lot of rivers typically have like an erosion side, which is your sandy side, and then it's got like the stable structure side, which is your rock side. Some don't have either, and some have both, but typically you'll find rivers have an erosion side. That's the side I like to walk on. Ooh, I'm seeing some topwater up ahead. Oh, there we go, guys. Fish on. What do we got? Looks like feels like a rock bass. He kind of gave up. It is a nice chunky rock bass on the whopper plopper. Probably about an 8-inch. Whoa, 8-inch rocky. Fish number 2. Now, if you guys watch my channel at all, you will know that I call rock bass and Jen call rock bass river bullies. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Double blow up. Double blow up. Because rock bass, we call them river bullies because they get in the way of everything. They like to attack everything. They will eat baits bigger than themselves. They like to fight the smallmouth for everything that's in the river. So we've coined the term river bullies for the old Rockies. Well, we still like catching rock bass. So tell me, if you guys catch rock bass in your area, in this river, the East Fork Little Miami, when you hook a rock bass, for whatever reason, they just absolutely go possum, limp, dead. They don't fight. And I've heard people say the complete opposite, saying, oh, rock bass are so fun to fight. And I'm like, ooh, man. Okay, whatever that was, he took it under. Did not get a hook in him. But yeah, the rock bass around here, told you guys, this is where the fishing heats up. Rock bass around here, they just give up. They do not fight. So like immediately after you hook one, you can almost know that you've got a rock bass on by the way it fights. If you're reeling in a wet sock, you know you got a river bully on. Mike, the water is absolutely perfect. We're probably still in the mid 70s for the water temp. It is pretty much bath water. Oh, I got a stick on my friggin' shoelaces. Here we go. Okay, so Mike is asking what day I'm fishing this weekend. If you guys are in the Cincinnati area, Little Miami Conservancy is putting on a fishing tournament, and it's a pick your day weekend event. So you can fish either Saturday or Sunday. I am fishing Saturday because I'm not letting anyone beat up my spot. Not a main Vern. And I have got, I have left that spot alone for about 3 weeks. I pre-fished it a few times, pulled a 19 off of it, pulled several 15 and 16s and even a 17 off of it. And I am just letting that area chillax because I want those big boys to be there when I go fish it. Hopefully. So if you guys are in the Cincinnati area, Little Miami Conservancy is doing a tournament on Tourney X. It is $40 hairs. And yes, that may be expensive for a local tournament, but the reason you want to enter that tournament is because the Little Miami Conservancy is putting that all the proceeds and profits. They are a nonprofit organization. They don't pay any of their people. I'm pretty sure they're all volunteers. They take care of the Little Miami and all the waterways and tributaries. They deal with litter. They deal with bank erosion. They work with businesses to help develop, easements and plant trees and things that'll help protect the riverbanks. Among many, many, many other things they do education-wise and stuff like that for around the river. So that is where your money is going. Awesome foundation, awesome cause, and it's going to be a tournament that is sure to be super fun. You can fish the Little Miami, the East Fork Little Miami. You can fish the East Fork Little Miami up to the spillway, not north of the lake, and any of their direct tributaries, right? As long as you're not going in private property. It's got to be public access water. It is a best of 3 fish tournament. I believe 8 inches or above. Check it out on Tourney X. I'd love to see you guys out there. We're going to probably meet up after the tournament, have a little powwow, drink a beer, say what's up to everyone, give a trophy away. If you guys are in the Cincinnati kayaking scene, Mark Plavko is on the board of Little Miami Conservancy, and he has done so much to get this tournament off and running. So big shout out to Mark. Awesome guy. I have a feeling there's a fish right there. No, no. Proving me wrong. Mike, you don't know where my juice is. You ain't fishing my spot. I see what you catch. I'm out to catch some big boys. I ain't into catching dinks, son. Listen, me and Mike. Mike, I think the video I came out where me and you fished and I caught that big 17, I think that's coming up in 2 weeks. I got a video that's coming out today. Oh shoot, it's probably coming out. Dang, I didn't think about it. It's probably coming out now. I think I set it for 5 o'clock. It's probably out already. And then I think in another week, I've got another one. I think that's our video, dude, where I catch that beast at the very end of the day. "6 p.m. Thank you, sir. Here, Bassy boy. Ooh, ooh. Y'all see that blow up? Y'all see that blow up? He missed it. How you gonna miss it? How you gonna miss it? Let's put it back in his grill. Come on. Mike, do you remember DJ? He's the guy that fished with us that one time where he was wearing my waders. We fished that spot you took us to. Now, I just cast there 4 times. How's that fish gonna tease me and blow up right where I was casting? Let's see if we can get him. I'm gonna try to fish that same spot, but from a different angle. Of course, I got a big old leaf. Get back in that pocket. There we go. There we go. Come on, 3, 2, 1, bang it. I think that's why I'm addicted to topwater, guys. It's just the rush of seeing that fish come up. Oh, hey, fish. River treasure. Big old catfishing bobber. We'll take this out of the river. Always finding river treasure in here. All right, guys, we're coming up onto another really nice spot. Walk over here. You can see we've got a nice skinny riffle, and then this is actually a really deep pocket coming up, and it's so deep and kind of swings out wide. It starts like back swirling. So we've got a current break, we've got a riffle, a deep hole, deep pocket. Everything screams there is a smallmouth waiting in there for us. And you know what? We're gonna find out. We're gonna pick it apart foot by foot. See what we can find. We're gonna start on the skinny side of it first. And then just work it a few feet at a time. When I'm working a whopper plopper or a topwater through like a foamy, you can see there's a bunch of foam kind of collecting in this area. I don't stop and pop it, but I like to, when I'm just doing a steady retrieve, I like to give it a little flick. So it looks a little different when it's pulling through that foam. Like it's actually struggling and, it's a dying fish. I don't know. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. This is a stronger current spot, and the water's kind of moving through here. So I'm hoping we got a smallmouth hanging out, ambushing something. All right, guys, I might work this pocket, and then we might just go ahead and switch up bait. This is a little bit bigger topwater, and I'm thinking we might get more bites if we go just kind of size down our profile a touch. So if you're in the chat, hang on a second. I'm gonna let you guys decide what we fish with next. Let me give this a few extra casts with the whopper plopper. We'll peel off to the bank, make a retie, and we'll probably just go ahead and recast this area with something smaller. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's get to the bank. Let's make a retie. All right, whopper plopper be gone. Signal there for a second. I'm out here in the woods, guys. I'm trying to do this. We may lose connection here or there. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna catch some fish back here in the deep woods. I gotta remember that. This might not be the best section to live stream from. All right, anyway, here we go, y'all. We have got cray, crap, slap, grub, with an 1/8 ounce jig on it. First cast directly in a tree. Perfect. That's what I like. All right, first cast on the water. Sorry if you guys got kicked out, or I think I had some crap signal. I ended up not staying in that spot just so I could find us a better signal here. We're out in the woods. I lost signal. Now there is a beast of a tree down right there that is a fairly new tree fall for this section. I'm gonna cast the root wad of that thing and see if there's a fish sitting on it. Yep, there we go. Fish on, guys. And it is teeny tiny. Oh, he already let it go. I believe that was a long-eared sunfish. Well, now that we got him out of the way, let's see if there's a smallie back in there. If you guys missed it, we switched over. We cut off the whopper plopper, and we put on a crap slap grub on a little 1/8 inch jig head. Smallmouth love this, rock bass love this. Freaking all of these fish that inhabit the East Fork Little Miami will eat this thing. Ooh, had me fooled. Thought it was a beast. It was a rock. Come on, there's gotta be another fish sitting back behind this big old tree root. I've got kind of a chartreuse color on. I've got a red and like a purpley pink in my pocket just as backup. Let's see if we need to switch to another color. Chartreuse is not putting in work like I thought it would right off the bat. Got one little bite. That's it so far. Let's get right up on that log. Yeah. Oh yeah, right into a rock. There we go. Let's let him loose. Well, the tree ain't the jam today. fish some of the skinny stuff just after the tree. Launched my snag right back at my face. We're getting into a spot that's got a lot of riffles, a lot of rocks. Skip any spots, even if they look a little skinny. I want to really try to get in there and make sure we're not missing any smallmouth that might be tucked up in some of these rocks. You can see coming up, we got another riffle and another nice little deeper eddy, a little deeper pocket coming up. Check the chat. Anything going on? Yeah, Mike, I feel you, man. I would have invited you, but I was trying something new, and I didn't know how aggravating, like trying to pull off a live stream for the first time was going to be. So I didn't want to drag someone along on that while I work the kinks out. But it's turns out it's not too difficult as long as we got the battery box and everything kind of set up. Oh, all right. Well, hey, only 2 snags on the day. I'll take it. I was like, what did I hit? This freaking log. Oh, it is really skinny right here. All right, we're gonna move down a bit. Well, we found our blue heron friend. He's back down here. He's like right down there. He's hunting for smallies just like I am. All right, speaking of which, let's go ahead and cast in a tree. Oh, there goes our blue heron friend. I don't know if you guys, it's probably too far away for you guys to see. Man, I am in every tree right now. There we go. That's money. Come on. Oh, there we go. Fish on, guys. Little guy. Little guy. But it is our first small jaw. Man, did he freaking choke that or what? Look at that. Time to get the pliers out. Oh, dude, he freaking choked it. Might have to push it through his gills. Man, he got it super deep. He's bleeding a little bit. We're going to let him go. Hopefully he makes it. He had that all up in the gills. Oh, yeah. Give us a nice kick. Well, first smallie on the board was not a bruiser by any means, but we've got one on the board. Two rock bass. We let that long-eared sunfish go right as we were pulling it up. And one smallie. All right, I think I've determined that the jig I have on is a little too heavy. I am dragging bottom like nobody's business. Let's see what we got, fellas. See what we got. What do I want to toss? You know what? I might go weighted wacky nub. And if you guys don't know about that action, I'm about to show you. So standard weighted jig, right? Nub, which is our Ned rig, CAST CRAY's Ned rig. And you set it up wacky style. I don't know anyone else that's thrown this. So I called it Matt's Nothing Rig a couple years ago. And it's done pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what's up. I need something that's not going to get straight to the bottom and catch every single rock. And when you rig it wacky, and I don't want quite to go Senko. Senko's a little bit too big for these fish here. You know, I'm the friggin' captain of dinks. I want to keep this wacky up in the column just a touch. So yeah, you can, it's a totally different action when you rig a Ned rig wacky on the same setup versus rigging it standard. If you rig it up standard, it has the tendency to just get right straight down to the bottom. And look, I'm talking all this mess and I still got snagged. What did we get freaking snagged on? Giant boulder, jeez. This wacky net ain't doing it, guys. Not even a sniff. Not even a sniff. I'm not gonna waste too much time. Keep on playing with it. I'm gonna switch up again. We're getting into the heart of the evening bite. I want to capitalize on it as much as we can. Bear with me, guys. Make it a little lure change. Anybody out there fishing today? Anybody wet a line? Here we go. Quick draw McGraw. We are changed up. All right, let me get my backpack strap back on. Get back in the thick of it. Oh, check it out, guys. Bald eagle. Oh, I don't know if you guys caught that. Flew right above us. He is scanning for food. I'll tell you what, I saw one here, what is it, yesterday, the day before, something like that? Those bald eagles are all over East Fork, Little Miami, and Little Miami area there. All over the place now. And I'll tell you what's even more awesome is the Little Miami Conservancy has a YouTube page, if you look it up, and they've got 2 live eagle nest cams from 2 different angles. It's in preparation for the eagles to return. I don't think they've returned to that nest that's on the site yet, but this fall and winter, I'm sure they'll be nesting again. Ooh, blow up. Got a blow up just past, there's like a big old shrub down here. Oh yeah, that's money right there. Something's gonna be right there. Maybe not. I see a lot of topwater. I mean, it looks like bait fish, but they could be getting chased. Ooh, blow up. Man, when they blow up on this whopper plopper, sometimes they just barely get the tail and they pull it underwater. And I'm always hesitant to just yank and set the hook on this because I really want to make sure they're on. Sometimes they take little tentative, like test bites at the topwater. And that was one of them. There's a little bit deeper hole back in here. Let's see if anything's hiding in there. Little baby blow-ups on this whopper plopper. I'm actually really surprised we have only caught one smallmouth today. It's kind of funky because, I don't know, conditions are like absolutely perfect and I jinxed myself by going live. That's what happened. Ooh, what we got in the water? Bones. Probably deer bones, I would venture to guess. See if we can cast right down this tree line. I saw something on fiddling on topwater here. The river does like a nice little split right here. And the heavy current goes to the left. And it kind of pools up back in there. It's got a deep little pool. So I'm gonna head that direction. Then I'll come over and I'll back cast some of this stuff. Or maybe I'll just cast it now. Oh, okay, let's get untangled from our wire here. Got my battery wire. Hang on, there we go. All right. Well, what are we about? Almost 2 hours in, 3 or 4 fish. Not as productive as I was hoping. I hope this be the live stream, one of those days where I just catch like 25 fish. Some days it's just how it goes. We are coming up on a little river split here. What's up, Matt? I tried out the pond with the bridge over it and caught 2-pound bass. Great spot. Heck yeah, man. Keep that spot on lockdown. Don't give everybody to it. Or don't lead everyone to it. It does have some good bass, so that's where I caught my PB. 4-pound, 12-ounce, largie. Among other 2 and 3 pounders there. It's a great spot. All right, we're on this little, if you guys can see, the river kind of splits right here. And then it kind of goes into this little pool right back there. That's what we're gonna try to fish. Put you guys back on the chest. There we go. Okay. Give this spot some casts. Oh, there we go. Did you guys see that? He came and freaking got it. And of course, it's a rock bass. He gave up immediately. Chunky rock bass. Nice rocky on the topwater. See, I knew this pool would be productive. I'm gonna let him go right here. See you, bud. All right. I am sure there are a few of them schooled up here. Oh, yep, another blow up right away. Hit the backside of this pool. Ooh, blow up right away. Ooh, another blow up. Okay, something wants this. Something wants this. Here we go, guys. Give me that call. Here, Bassy boy. Come on, Bassy boy. Here, Bassy boy. It seems like he was kind of stuck. Oh, of course, I got a leaf. Dang it. Just trying to get close to that bank. Getting our start of our fall leaf terror. It's kind of a deadly cast, trying to get under this shrub. I'm going to try it. Let's see. That bass still sitting in that faster current. We're about to come up on multiple riffles here. It's like a riffle above a riffle above a riffle. So we are on the hunt for them jaws, son. Lots of boulders, lots of cover. Prime smallie territory right about now. See what we're coming up on. It's kind of like a multiple riffle situation. Oh, there we go, guys. Fish on. Oh, this is a good one finally. Well, better one than the last smallie we caught. And it is definitely a smallie. Right. Finally. We got us a jaw of the small. Well, not a huge one either, but we upgraded in size. Well, probably a 12-incher. Thank you, sir. Thank you guys who are still watching. Bringing me good luck. Small jaws are out and about. Get into this faster current stuff where they got these little tiny pockets to kind of just scoot a touch out of the current. I'm telling you what, that is small jaw heaven. You know who I haven't seen on here, who I expected to jump on? Isaiah. Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, if you just jumped on, I'm not sure when you commented that, but we just caught a small jaw. So we got 2 smallies and 2 rock bass so far. No monsters. I think a 12-inch smallie is our biggest catch of the day. Right now we're tossing around some topwater. But I was going to say, you know who I haven't seen on this stream yet that I was hoping to see on here is Reverend X. Showing him some live stream love lately, and he might be busy, he might be tied up. I was hoping he'd jump on, man. Show him some of the fun he's going to be dealing in. I'm taking him fishing for the first time ever here sometime soon. We haven't hooked up a time or date yet. My buddy Reverend X is a gaming live streamer. You know what? He got me itching to try to go out and fish live stream. And I was like, you know what? I think we can pull this off. And what do you know? We did. Oh, 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 oh. Did you guys see that blow up? There's something sitting here behind this like debris pile. It's like a log jam with a bunch of leaves on it. Yep, we got him. We got him. Came back for it a second time. Another smallie. Little guy. On the whopper plop. Well, the evening bite is kind of activated. That's what I was hoping for. Another small jaw. So we got 5 fish on the day. Not too bad, not too bad. Getting a little closer to sunset as we keep going. Topwater is heating up. I'm going to pitch that same area because I think there might be another fish back there. Ooh, little blow up. Little blow up. A lot of fish in this little pool. Seeing a lot of activity. They keep attacking the topwater almost every cast, just nipping at it. I'm sure some of those are just little sunfish, but there's some small jaws in here. Let's cast upstream a bit into that current. All right, let's move it downstream a touch. I want to make some long casts. I want to get over this riffle and not spook anything. Ooh, there was a blow up. All right. I think we're definitely finding the fish in this faster current. I think now that we're getting downstream off that riffle, this little tiny stretch, I think it's going to be holding some fish. See if my instincts are right. What was that? I don't know what that was. It was like a snake head popped up or something. What was that? Turtle, maybe? No idea. Anyway. Ooh, little miss. This is the area I thought we'd probably run into some fish as we get away from the riffle a little bit. Oh man, on the drop. Oh, he missed it. Something smacked it right as it hit the water. I'm gonna recast that and see if I can get back out there. I got the lure fouled up. Right as it hit the water, something tagged it. Did not want to follow it up with another bite. He was tucked up close to the grass there. Little blow up, little blow up, little blow up. Man, he smacked at that 4 times. Must have been too small. Oh my. Oh my. He went running with that. Fish on, guys. Dang. Running right at me. Small jaw. Oh, I got him half mooned up. Oh, there we go. Get him off the hook. I'll show him to you guys. There we go. Evening topwater small jaw. Right here on the Little Miami, guys. I'm telling you, if you don't fish the East Fork Little Miami and Little Miami, they're great for smallies. Love it, love it, love it. Whoa, almost fell in. Heck yeah. Hit that like button on this video for that catch. How about that? How about that? I knew this area would start heating up after we get into this area where it's just riffle after riffle after riffle. Oh, we got some deer crossing the river downstream. Heck yeah, thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. If any of you guys are Cincinnati fishermen and you're in any of the fishing groups, if you want to, feel free to share this. I'll be fishing probably another, I don't know, what time, what time is it? Oh yeah, I got some time before sunset. Maybe another half hour, 45 minutes. If not, just sit back and enjoy. We're just catching smallmouth, rock bass. We're on that sunset topwater bite. Just having a nice, fun, relaxing evening. We've seen some blue heron. We saw a bald eagle. We got some deer. Oh, it's probably too far away for you guys to see. You got some deer downstream, yeah. You guys can't see that, and that's too far away. Nature is abound. We are in fall. How about that? This is like the perfect time to fish. Not only to come outside and be comfortable in it, but just everything's feeding up for the winter, so everything's hungry. You'll see all kinds of wildlife out. We can see river otter, mink, muskrat, beaver, bald eagle, blue heron, all kinds of deer, turkey. This river system's pretty fertile with wildlife. It's awesome. Even if you're not fishing, grab you a camera, get your favorite hiking stick, come out on the water. It's a blast. These deer are staring at me hardcore. Stranger danger. Oh, did you see that blow up? I was about to walk. Something took a smack at it. See if we can get a follow-up bite. Yep. Oh, didn't take it. Little guy, he's aggressive. He wants it out there. We'll give him to him again until he stops biting at it. Yep, got him, third time. What is it, rock bass? It is a rock bass. And he hit that 3 casts in a row. Little Rocky. You know what we call these, guys. If you know what we call these, put it in the comments. Oh, dang. Buddy. Okay, there he goes. So our fun little nickname for rock bass, if you're new to the channel, is river bullies. Why? Because they just try to get everything. They get in front of your smallmouth and they just try to steal friggin' everything from every fish. And then when you actually get them in a fight, they give up, like most bullies. So we nicknamed them river bullies. We thought that was a fun name for them. Oh, there's RevX. Dude, thanks for jumping in, man. You must have been listening. I was talking about you earlier. I was hoping you were watching to see all the fun you will be having soon. So if you're not, if you've never river waded and you're nervous about it, I guess the only difficult part is the rocks are slippery sometimes, and so you just gotta, walk slow. You don't have to be crushing out here, crushing any speed records. But find you a good pair of old sneakers. You don't mind getting muddy and wet and dirty. I usually put on some high socks, keep my ankles protected from smacking up on the rocks or anything. I put in an old pair of basketball shorts. You can wear pants if you want to. And the rest is just catching fish. And the reason I love wading in creeks is that for the oh, look at that. He didn't take it all the way. Man, right as I was talking, he about hit it right there at the bank. See if he wants it again. Anyway, the reason I love wading versus like bank fishing or, traditionally being in a boat or something like that is that wading, you can just find areas that no one else gets to. I'm losing signal. I'm moving, guys. I'm walking to a new spot. I gotta get to where the signal's stronger. I'm out here in the boondocks. Man, what happened? You guys still there? I was in a bad spot. Bad connection spot. If you're still on the live, drop me a comment real quick. I want to make sure this thing's still working. You guys still on here? I'm out here in the woods and I found a spot that it was like no service. And it froze on me. And I started freaking out like I lost my feed. I think we're live now. I think we're good. Hopefully. I think we are coming up to what we're gonna label our turnaround spot. We got a little riffle right here. We're gonna fish the edge of this pool and then probably call it a fishing trip. Pretty decent. I mean, we got what, 6 or 7? Handful of smallies, handful of rockies. And we are, I don't know, we're probably about 1.25 miles back in the woods. I want to make sure I got some time left to get back so I don't have to walk this river in the dark. All right, here we go, guys. Let's make some casts. just outside this riffle in this calmer water. Ooh, blow up already. Making some casts. We're standing right in the riffle here. We're gonna make some casts to the left and right of it because that's where smallies like to hang out and ambush. I don't know what's happening, but every time I get a phone call, the live stream freezes up. And of course, it's nothing important. It's potential spam. Yeah, dude, I don't, every time I get a phone call, it like interrupts the service. I don't, sucks. Then it comes back like 30 seconds later. I'm hoping this is gonna be my final spot of the night. I'm hoping we can get one fish here. It's just outside of a riffle. It's usually a good spot. All right, are we about to call last cast? I think it might be time. Here we go, y'all. Last cast. See if we got the good mojo on it. Okay, it was second to last cast. I see another spot I want to cast. Last cast right there. This will be all she wrote. Get that tucked away. Well, a beautiful evening on the East Fork, Little Miami. Absolutely, Mike. You know we're going to fish more than one time. I can guarantee you that. Season isn't over until the fish stop biting. You know. I mean, I'm going to be fishing probably into December. I got some winter waders. You probably go fall lightweight waders until about mid to late December. Sometimes, or mid to late November. Sometimes December. Anyway, there's plenty of spots we can bank fish. I'm sure we'll get up together. I appreciate everybody coming and joining this live stream. It was okay. What we call it, 6 or 7 fish. Oh, 3 or 4 smallies, 3 or 4 rockies. It was an okay night. It wasn't super spectacular, but we put it on, gave it our effort. And most of all, the thing that I like most about this is that we figured out that we can live stream very easily with a chest cam, or I didn't bust out the mount. I've got a little clip-on mount that I didn't even bust out, that we can kind of like clip the phone onto and then clip onto a tree. I keep that on my backpack. Someone said, how deep is that stretch you're at? 1, 2. There's some pockets that are 3, 4, but it's mostly 1, 2 feet. Mike, you got some waders coming. Heck yeah, dude. Are they neoprenes? Are they winter waders? Or are they like the breathables? Stocking foot ones. I got a pair of both. I got the stocking foot ones you get to wear boots for. And I got the ones that are boots built in. Those things are, man, they're uncomfortable, but it's like a scuba suit. You are not cold at all. You'd be sweating in the middle of winter. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this from the East Fork, Little Miami. I appreciate you. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We'll go on more adventures like this now that I know the live streaming is a thing that is kind of easy to do. I like bringing you guys on these live adventures. Mix it up from those produced videos. Anyway, I will see you on the next fishing mission.